Okay, we're going to do a quick video unboxing the new Macdev Drone 2 paintball marker. So first thing you can see, this is the marker as you'll get it. Back of this cardboard box has some descriptions of the features that are available with the marker, but essentially just a piece of cardboard, so nobody really cares too much about that, and they usually lose it anyway. Next thing you're going to see is the Macdev case. This is pretty familiar to most of you who are getting some of the newer style Macdev guns. It is a plastic reinforced case, so again, it's just going to protect your marker, keep it from getting scratched and dinged and crushed in your gear bag. So, going into the case, on this half of the case, you're going to have your Macdev barrel tip for the Drone 2 and your barrel back. Now, this tip is reverse threaded compared to a lot of the US made paintball barrels. It's very similar to a plain eclipse barrel in that respect. It does have the nice rubber coating on the back here. That's going to help you grip your barrel and get it off when you need to. Also, I'm pretty sure you can buy the accent pieces for this as well and color code your gun and make it look pretty cool. So that's the barrel. You got your Macdev grease right here if you need it, so I'm just going to leave that there. Other half, you got this first little sleeve here, and it's got your Macdev barrel bag. It's got a cool little Virtue wristband because this was ordered directly from Virtue with the first shipment that came in. So that's a nice little thing to have in there. And then you got your owner's manual, so you might want to read that before you start tearing into the gun and programming it and such. Other half, the part that everybody wants to see, the drone itself. Really nice. I have to say, you know, it's a lot nicer than I honestly expected it to be. I thought it to be kind of cheesy feeling and, you know, kind of cheap feeling, but to be quite honest, it feels really nice in the hands. The spacing they've got up here in the front feels pretty good. The trigger is really responsive. It's not hunky clunky, you know, it's not stiff or anything like that. It's really, really smooth. To give you guys a comparison, you know, it's just as good as any axe trigger or just as good as any Lux trigger out there because you got your conical screws here on the side that are going right into a bearing on the inside of the trigger. So it's just as smooth as any other trigger out there right now that's riding on a bearing. Rubber grips and all the grips in the front here. This is new for their guns with the hoseless design. Honestly, you know, I thought this was going to feel really hard and uncomfortable, but it is a very pliable durometer of rubber. I could see in time maybe some guys here, if they dove in the snake, maybe mashing this up because it is a little too flexible up here in the front. But, I mean, for a $500 price point, I would expect there to be something not quite perfect with it. So, it is nice. It does feel nice in the hands. You got your standard on-off ASA. And again, this is a hoseless design. You got your regulator down in here. So, one thing you want to make note of, and they even put this nice little printed label here, you only want to use a low pressure air system on the Macdev Drone 2. 500 PSI or below. Nothing above 500 or you're probably going to blow this out and be replacing a lot of O-rings, if not more parts. These are polycarbonate or plastic eye covers. They are not aluminum. So, I mean, if that's really going to make or break the deal for you guys, I don't think it is. I think they're functional, they work, and again, this isn't a $1,500 marker, so there's going to be some of those frills that aren't there. Clamping feed neck, there is no bolt on either side, it's all integrated, similar to a matrix style feed neck. Really nice. That's about all I can say for the marker. I mean, I haven't shot it yet. I'm going to probably go out and shoot it here pretty quick, but I'll do a little video for that. But first impressions, just looking at the gun out of the box, for $500, I mean, I think it's probably, just holding it in your hands and the way it feels, I would say it's probably the best in its class at this point. Probably better than an Axe, probably better than an E-Tech 5. This is probably hands down the best in its price point, just picking it up and putting it in your hands and the way it feels. So we'll put that back in here. And one last thing that you also get is your standard couple of O-rings and Allen wrenches that come with the gun. So other than that, we're going to take this outside, we're going to shoot it, and we'll let you guys know how it does.